Coming up on Look Today, well, Saratoga Pride is preparing for their Pride Month celebration. We've got details. Plus, Caffe Lena at SPAC kicks off with their first performance of the season this Sunday. More on that coming up. And Lake George will host the second annual Law Enforcement Officers Weekend. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. Happy Flag Day. I'm J. Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with Michael Biddle. He's the new CEO of the Adirondack Regional Chamber of Commerce, and he's here to talk about the direction he would like to take the chamber. Great interview. I also sit down with Dylan Ratigan. He's a candidate for the House of Representatives, New York 21st Congressional District, and he's here to talk about his platform and reasons for running. This is part 2 of my interview with him. Plus, we got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Saratoga Pride is preparing for their Pride Month celebration. Now, the festivities will take place at High Rock Park in Saratoga Springs, beginning Friday night, starting at 7 p.m. Now, June, as you may know, is Pride Month. It's a celebration of visibility and solidarity with the LGBTQ community. It has its origins, by the way, in New York City, way back in 1969. It was called the Stonewall Riot. Now, we spoke to Cindy Swabba, a volunteer with Saratoga Pride, about why it is important to have these events.
June is a very special month for the community based on the historic Stonewall riots of 1969, which, by the way, the 50th anniversary is next year, so watch out for that. And we get together just to be together and to celebrate our pride and to celebrate our community and to show Saratoga that we are here and that we are visible. And not only Saratoga, we have people coming in from north, south, east, and west to participate with us.
Great. In other news, well, Caffe Lena at SPAC is going to kick off this weekend with performances by the bands Oshima Brothers, Cuenca, and Darling Side. Now, the concert's free, it's open to the public, and you're also invited to bring your own food, drink, and chairs. Now, this is the second year of Caffe Lena at SPAC, which last summer was a real hit. Now, we were at Caffe Lena today, and we spoke to the executive director, Sarah Craig.
SPAC is providing a great sound system, a great stage, a beautiful outdoor setting, and Caffe Lena is providing 3 bands that we think have tremendous appeal to a wide audience. So you're going to hear a lot of vocal harmonies. You're going to hear a big sound. There's going to be, some electronics and some kind of pop production and so forth. So it's not going to be traditional folk music, but it's going to have some of those vocal harmony elements and really rich lyrics that people love about the music that we do at Caffe Lena.
Now, Sarah does quite a job with Caffe Lena, and she has quite an ear for music. If she says they're up and coming, you should check it out. Switching from news to weather. Well, today saw partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 70s. However, we are in for some seriously nice weather. Let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update on Look TV. Here's your national satellite and radar from earlier today. Plenty of shower and storm development across portions of Minnesota and Iowa. We have a low pressure system spinning on out of here across portions of the Capital District, providing a little bit of some raw weather that we experienced the last 24 to 36 hours. But based on earlier satellites, we're seeing clear skies. We do have a cold front still just to the north of us, but high pressure will try to dominate the forecast. But we see a secondary cold front advancing throughout Friday, and some of these models do produce a few showers. Few showers are in the forecast overnight, 53 degrees. Here's how it plays out. Mainly cloudy to start the day, but then it goes sunny during the afternoon hours. By the time we get to your Friday afternoon, we'll go from upper 50s, lower 60s early, 75 degrees, north wind about 8 miles per hour, 50 overnight. Then Father's Day, much warmer, 83 on Saturday, 87 for Father's Day itself with full sunshine. Lows will be a bit more humid near 70 degrees. Could see a 30 to 40% threat of showers and storms thanks to our new cold front for early next week. So make sure you break out the sunscreen and relatively beat the heat, but then you'll need the umbrellas when we get to early next week. That was your first look weather update on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now to send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. All right, back to the news. Well, this weekend, Lake George will have over 100 law enforcement officers from all over the country. Now, the purpose of Law Enforcement Officers Weekend is to give the officers a chance to relax and spend quality time with their families. Now, those who are registered are going to have a packed weekend. They've got boat cruises, wine tastings, parasailing, dinner by the lake, and trips to the amusement park. It's quite an agenda. So we at Look Media hope that all the officers and their families enjoy the time off and a relaxing weekend. Up next, I sit down with Michael Biddle. He's the new CEO of the Adirondack Regional Chamber of Commerce, and he's here to talk about the direction he hopes to be able to take the chamber in. I think that's a sentence. The interview is a lot of fun. I also sit down with Dylan Ratigan. Now, he's a candidate for the House of Representatives in New York's 21st Congressional District, and he's here to talk about his platform and reasons for running. This is part 2 of my interview with him. But first, if you've seen who's happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. We got a little situation going on around here. Andrew is on vacation. Dana did a little too much sampling of some homemade wine last night. And Drew needs to go help Chuck Visconyan set up for LARAC. What should we do? We're going to take Friday off. So that means that I would like to thank the crew. That would be, ladies first, Antoinette and Dana, if Dana is still here. We have Andrew, who's on vacation, Drew, who's leaving. We have Jack, we have Joel, we have Norm, and we have the Bat. Make everything possible here each and every week. It's a packed weekend, everyone. Of course, it's Father's Day. But Caffe Lena at SPAC. It will be Sunday. That's always a great event. Wonderful. It's free to public. Saratoga Chamber Players. That's also this weekend. Friday, I think it's Friday, at Caffe Lena in Saratoga, and Sunday at the Hyde Collection in Glens Falls. You want to check that out. Big event this weekend, the LARAC Festival. It's a wonderful weekend event right in downtown Glens Falls. All kinds of great art, food, and music. You really want to check that out. Burnt Hills Oratorio, that concert is this weekend. And as I mentioned earlier on in the program, the Pride Festival is throughout this weekend as well. So look, everybody, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you here Monday night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.